motivation, trying to encourage you and educate you. Certified life coach, tendencies, helping us all prevail every day. So you know what that means?
This is the Hope Show!
What's up, what's up, what's up? Everybody, today, we're at the Hope Show today. Of course, we're back and we're better than ever. But check this. So I want everybody to pay attention, take a close look, because today is something different. Today is something new. We are live as usual. Thank you for the hearts. I see y'all coming in. Come on in. Come on in. I want everybody to come in because I want everybody to understand what's going on today. Today is our first day live on many platforms today. So we are live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. Also Twitter. So we are live on many platforms today. So as usual, we're coming in live. I can say Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter today. But anyway, come in. We do still want you to like, share, and comment. As you know, we normally do comments and things like that. We can see comments, we can post comments. So we definitely want you to come in, comment, like, and share on Facebook. Also tune into YouTube. Now we will be having where we'll give all the information out for YouTube, how to go on and subscribe. We definitely do want you to go on YouTube and subscribe. But we definitely want to welcome you guys to the whole show today. We definitely have a good lineup for you guys today. The excitement is here, as you can see. I am DJ DeMinley with coming live from Houston, Texas, today, Saturday, Hope Show. Eden, what's up, Eden? Where you at?
Hey, y'all. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I'm Eden. I'm in Houston. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all check us out and see what we got going on today. We got some goodies for you. Isha, where you at?
Hey, it's your girl Ish. And I'm here, Decatur / Chicago. Y'all know where I'm at. Trying to get up out of here, but they won't let me leave. But I'm here. I'm going to be opposite the evening going somewhere one day. But I'm going to just take over and do my part because that's just what I'm going to do. Before I introduce the next, I just want y'all to thank y'all for coming in, tuning in, always being here, always working through us, through whatever, no matter what. We appreciate y'all. As always, don't forget to like our broadcast. Like he said, we are on many platforms today, so we would love for you to like it. Love for you to engage with us in the comments. Let us know where you are watching from. Tag a family member, your mama, uncle, daddy, sister, brother, cousin. Just tag somebody. This is a Hope Field show you don't want to miss. And always don't forget to share, share, share. We love it when you share and let us know where you're coming from. That being said, I'm going to give it back to DJ.
All right, guys. So guess what? We do have guests today. We will introduce our guests a little later on in the show. They are here, of course. We're working through this, y'all. We may have a little technical difficulties going through it, but we're going to make it through as usual. So just bear with us as Aisha, Eden, everybody will probably say throughout this podcast today. Now, it is time for our star of the show, the phenomenal. We can't forget nothing about her, y'all. Hope Coach!
Hope. What's that mean? Helping others prevail every day. Yeah. Bringing the H-O-P-E, yeah, that's what it be for everybody. It's the only way, helping others prevail every day. With Jan Tate by your side, you know she always down to ride. And she's certified, she helped you glide so you can set to the sky, no matter how high. Cause she not just a life coach, she the whole coach, and she help you steady it in on the approach. And she always keep it on.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. And I would be remiss. First, I just want to just thank God for who he is and how he orchestrates everything. God gets the glory. You know, I'm so excited to be here today. I'm almost giddy. And I want to give two special shout outs right out the gate. You know, God, that's he in a category all by himself. But to my husband, Mr. Tate, thank you for how you support me. Just thank you, honey. I love you. And to DJ, I salute the Millie today. Listen, if you don't have a millennial in your life, maybe two, one, two, three millennials in your life, you need to go back and rethink that thing because today DJ gave me the sacrifice of time. As he shared, we're on a new platform, right? We everywhere. So if you are a YouTuber and you like YouTube, you can go over to YouTube and see us there right now. If you like to tweet, you like the little bird and you want to tweet it, you can go and see us there. If you're a Facebooker, you can see us here. We're just everywhere. Most importantly, we want to be in your heart. We want to provide you with some hope. And today, DJ the Millie did that for me. He gave 4 or 5 hours trying to get this platform, this new platform situated. So DJ, I salute you today. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank your mom, your grandmother, you know, everybody. We just thank everybody because they did a good thing in you. So listen, we're so excited. We can see the comments. I see Miss Nita in the house. Hello, Miss Nita. We miss you. We love you. We miss Wild Bling. We want Wild Bling to come on back and be a part of us. So thank you for joining. As Aisha said, go ahead and like, share, tag your mama, your daddy, your brother. Look, y'all, it's STEMI time. I think that's what the millennials say. Even tag your baby daddy, because this may be the only time he come around is during stimulus and income tax. However, y'all know what that. Well, y'all know. Okay, maybe that's for another show, but we'll talk about that later. But we're so excited. So thank you for being here. I always like to start off with hope for us is an acronym, is helping others prevail every day. This is what we want to do. Our mission, our vision is to deposit hope into your life, provide you with the resource, education. We don't know it all, but we've all been through some things, and experience can be the best teacher. So we just want to be able to share and impart some wisdom, knowledge, love, tips, and everything inside of you. DJ mentioned we have some special guests with us today. So we're excited about what's to come on the show. So I'm going to turn it over to Eden, who's going to give us our lineup for today.
Yes, and what a lovely lineup we have. So we're going to start with International Women's Day segment, and then we'll have a sponsored video, and then we'll have a commercial break, speaking on our innovative bosses, and then we'll have a segment on Megan, Harry, and you. And then in our grand spotlight today, we are featuring the ICE Care Group with the lovely owner, Doris Robinson. Woo-hoo! And then we're going to have another commercial break, speaking on a podcast. We'll have the huddle segment, and then we'll have how you see it with our DJ, the Millie.
Hey,
Perfect.
Millie. Yes. So month happens to be Women's History Month. And here on the Hope Show, we're celebrating Women's History Month. And within that is International Women's Day. And so the Hope Show took time out to salute the women of the Hope Show who keep it real, who bring it real, who live it real. So I'm going to ask Aisha to come and tell us a little bit about her. Excuse me. and then we'll have Eden. Eden represents the moms of the world. I mean, Aisha do too, but you know they'll tell you about themselves individually. But I'm just excited about who and what they are doing in this season of their lives. So, Ish, how you making history, girl?
Hey, thank you. Okay, so for those that don't know me, I am Aisha Shermaine, no last name, just Aisha Shermaine. That's who I am. Um, I'm a mom of two. Um, I don't know. Like, okay, as of right now, how I'm making history, I am building on my brand and motherhood. Like, that is my focus of everything that I'm doing right now. My brand, it's kind of like a two-part thing. The overall thing of my brand is she under my umbrella of my brand, which let me back up. She stands for Strength, Hope, and Empowerment. She was birthed from a dramatic thing that happened in my life with the death of my kid's father. He was shot and killed basically in front of me and my youngest daughter. And from that, I had to find strength, hope, and be empowered to help other women. So I came up with the She brand, and under that umbrella of She, I have two. Well, I have a podcast. I have two YouTubes. One is mine, one is my daughter's, and then I'm also working on my cosmetic line, which is called Eglow by Nicole Lee. Nicole Lee is my kid's middle name. And under that line, I will be having cosmetics. I will be having skincare, and it's actually in the works. The website is there. It just ain't there. I'm trying to get all the products and stuff loaded, but coming soon in the next like 2 weeks, you can go on the website. For now, you can find us on Etsy, and yeah, just more to come. So I'm definitely just focused on that, focused on my girls to just being a better mom, being a better me, building a better life for us.
I'm sad it don't have the little emojis. We gotta put that in the feedback box. So, like the coach said, I'm a mom. I'm a single mother of three, and it's a long story. But my thing and my goal is breaking generational cycles, like being more in tune with my kids and their lives, and making sure the path that they're going down is everything that I missed when I was younger. So, and it also just like an example of you can do it as a single mother. You don't have to be scared or afraid. I do have a personal relationship with my father above, beyond all, God in heaven. So as long as you have that relationship and that faith, it doesn't matter how many kids you have, you still can do it. So I'm just your symbol. I'm your example of a single mother just breaking generational cycles.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Eden, and thank you, Aisha, for sharing
Yeah,
your.
I love that. You know, I was, yes. Can I talk or no? He is some type of producer.
I didn't say nothing.
Yes, no.
Go ahead, have you handle it.
Oh, that means I'm in trouble, y'all. Um, I love what Eden said when she talked about breaking generational cycles, because I was watching another show, and he's a part of the Hope Show family. Kenneth, I was watching his show right before we went live, and they were talking about generational curses and just the roles that each family member play a part in though that cycle. And all I could do was just begin to just think about and thank God for the generational blessing that are happening within my family. So when I hear Eden talk about breaking up that generational cycle, I just want to interject because she's building and creating generational blessings. And so that is just awesome. I just love that. I love that. To break those curses and turn them into blessings. And so each we look forward to going to your website. Listen, it is Women's History Month, and most times we go back to the women who have paved the way, and we salute those women. We are thankful for the women who have paved the way. But I like to support and salute the women of today, the mothers, the daughters, the business owners, the aunts, the grandmothers who are making history for their families now. So if you're out there and you have anybody you want to salute, we have already been honoring women all month long. We're going to continue to do so all month. If you haven't seen you yet, don't mean that we have forgot about you. Just know your turn is coming. But if you have someone that we may not know that you want to honor, we ask that you just whoever your contact is on the Hope Show, get them the information so we can honor that woman as well. So I think that's going to conclude this segment.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So we definitely appreciate you, Eden and Aisha. Now, one thing before we go into this commercial really quickly. So guys, look, I'm going to get to comments in just a minute. But just keep in mind, you got to bear with me on the comments today because they're everywhere. So, yeah, we'll work that out. But
I'm so happy. We're on YouTube Live. We're on Twitter Live. We're everywhere live. So you know what that means? We're going to be coming to a radio station near you. We're going to be coming to a TV channel near you. Great things are in store for the Hope Show that gets you in the game. So please stay connected.
Innovative boss. Would you like to elaborate on that a little more?
Absolutely. I blinked and I missed a video. So listen, if you're looking for an opportunity to work from home, you want to become an innovative boss, work from home, and the minimum requirements include you have a computer, you have a phone, and you have, internet. We would like to talk to you about becoming an innovative boss and joining up with Tante Innovative Solutions for a work from home opportunity. So if that's you, just put in the comment, I want to be a boss, and we'll follow up with you.
Perfect. Let's talk about love.
We were on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere.
Okay, let's talk about love.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about love. So today we're going to be talking about Harry, Meghan, and you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this off, and then, we'll do our round table. I'm just going to say this. Some people, I don't even know how to say this, but I'm just going to have to say it. Y'all look. Harry and Meghan is Harry and Meghan. Stop trying to live your love life through them. I done seen people make posts saying Harry left his country for his wife. Some of these husbands won't even block somebody on Facebook. They won't even block somebody's number. Look, if your husband won't block somebody on Facebook, if your husband won't block a number, then you need to check their relationship. Okay, but what we can't do is compare what Harry did for his wife, because first of all, the ones who talking about the husband won't block stuff, y'all really not even married. So all I'm gonna say is that I admire Harry and Meghan's love story, but I love my love story better, because ain't no king like my king, Mr. Tate. So I'm just kind of tired of people saying what Harry did. That's my take. What y'all got to say about it?
Go ahead, Eden or Aisha.
Well, I am a fan of the movie The Crown. I watched all 4 seasons, so I'm very aware of why Meghan did what she did with Diana and the prince. I mean, they went through a lot of things according to the series. She was kind of in situations where she felt like she was losing her mind because of how structured or how the how they are at the big house or the Queen in the UK. So I get why she felt like she should speak up on whatever she spoke up on. I'm not going to go into that. That's probably another day. But I love the fact that they work together doing so.
No, we can go back on it. So she talked about, because honestly, I didn't watch the Oprah interview. I just don't do TV like that. But I did read some excerpts from what happened, and I did, watch the wedding when her and Harry got married. And I have always been a fan of Princess Diana. If you ever go to my personal library, you're gonna see many books and things about Princess Diana. For me, I've always done that. So when you say you understand what Megan did, what did Megan do?
So she pretty much pulled cards. She pulled their cards and kind of exposed how it is, the life living within that type of world. You're really pretty much told.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. Miss Vivian, this is not a show for what you put in your post. So I'm going to address you. You will not come to my show and you will not make those false accusations. So I'm going to ask you to kindly leave this broadcast because it's not for you. If you want to have words with me, you can meet me in my messenger, 682-465-1628. You can call me, but you will not bring that to my show. Somebody block her. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it. The very nerve of you. How dare you? How dare you?
Okay, let's
Just the devil. He just ugly just like that.
Okay, let's
the
continue.
hope you need her is to have been the mother you should be.
We're not even finna give her. We're not finna give her the spotlight.
Whoa,
that
was crazy.
Carry on.
I guess that's what happens when you're on our platforms. You get people that like to come in and say certain things. But we will continue forward with
Go ahead and take a commercial break.
We will continue forward with the show. Sure, no problem.
About betrayal. The betrayal factor. Have you ever been betrayed? The person who did the betraying, was it the person that was the closest to you? Perhaps your mother, your father, sister, brother, daughter, son, BFF. Have you ever gone through betrayal? Didn't feel too good, right? You asking yourself those rhetorical questions. How could they do this to me? Why did they do this to me? This is not the first time. Why didn't I listen to what Maya Angelou says, which is when people show you who they are, believe them? Why? Well, we know that we do serve a God. This is a faith-based podcast show, and we do believe in God. So we serve a God who is a God of mercy and grace, a God of second, third, fourth, fifth chances.
All right, guys, we're back. We have to take a quick commercial break. I guess apologies to everyone else that is on the show that is watching and has been watching. I think that, as people always say, when you elevate, there's always somebody there that wants to bring you back down to a place where you've been or where you don't want to go, right? So we're going to move forward with the show. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep our composure. We're going to move forward. That has never happened to us here at the Hope Show. So the reaction to that right now was just, I don't even know what to say. But I think our next segment on the show, as we move forward, guys, just keep in mind to like, share, and comment. We're going to work through this today. I'm kind of at a loss for words for the moment. So the next thing I would like to do.
That's okay. I'm not lost, and I'm back. And I do want to apologize to Aisha. I want to apologize to Aisha, who had to endure that. Listen, sometimes you have to confront the devil right in front of his face. And the Hope Show is about hope. It's all about helping others prevail every day. And I know that the person who put that horrendous comment there is going through something, but she's gonna have to go to God to get what she needs. So to Aisha, I apologize. And again, y'all know sometimes I get like this. My show, I pay the cost to be the boss. You can't come on my show and spread discord. No, it's not gonna happen. So I'm not one for Facebook drama. I've never had Facebook drama ever. However, on this platform, it's not gonna be. So we're gonna get back to the show, back to home, and we're gonna go from there. So what you heard was one of my latest podcasts, because I'm also a podcaster. It's called Tea Time with Tam Podcast Show. And the name of the podcast is The Betrayal Factor. And I'll just give you a little history. That podcast episode is personal to me because I had recently been betrayed. And so I was going through some stuff. You know, I was like, I couldn't get out of it. And when I went to God, he gave me a total different perspective about betrayal. So I would encourage you to listen to the full episode. It is available on all podcasting platforms. It's available on Apple, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you don't, it's a good podcast to start off listening to, especially this episode. And I have been talking to Aisha, and I've been telling her I wanted to do this episode. But when I went to God and he gave me what he gave me, the podcast episode did not even go the way I thought it was going to go. So I would encourage you to listen to the full episode, because you, like me, may be dealing with some betrayal, because it hurts when we be betrayed by the people who are supposed to love us the most. So Tea Time with Tam Podcast Show. Join the people over in India, the United Kingdom, you know, in the United States who are listening to the Tea Time with Tam Podcast Show. Do that for me. Oh, and I apologize, DJ, the producer, because you're going to let me have it afterwards. So I apologize in advance, but thank you.
Yes. Well, we'll handle that later. But in the meantime, next up is our brand spotlight. Okay. So everybody knows that if you have a brand and you want your brand to be spotlighted here on the show, please give us a DM, an email. Let us know that you want to be featured here on our show, and we will definitely feature you for you and your brand. You come on, let us know what's going on with you and your brand, how you're going to present your brand to us, and let the people know what's going on with you and your brand, right? So today we do have a spotlight. I don't want to do it today. Can somebody else do it? Can somebody else do a spotlight for me today? For Ms. Doris, please.
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Eden.
I was just asking, are you talking about her introduction?
Yes.
Okay, I can bring her in.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Sway. So, in our grand spotlight, y'all, we are featuring the Ice Care Group with the lovely owner, Doris Robinson. Woo!
Yeah. Can we see the video?
Okay.
Can we see the video?
Perfect.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on the show. DJ, shouts out to you that she is so right. You need a millennial because they can take it to the max. They can take you places where you think, oh, I didn't know we could do all that. But anyway, I just want to start by introducing myself. I'm Doris. I am the owner and founder of Ice Care Group. We are located in Houston, Texas. I have been in operation for about 6 or 7 years now. And if you see the background of the ICE Care Group, the ICE stands for integrity, compassion, and equality. And that's what we offer to the disabled community. We mostly, we, I service different people with disabilities, but mostly persons who have IDD, who need a little more help in their independent living. So even though it's independent living, it's kind of semi because me and my staff, what we do is we try to make sure that these adults who have, who've really kind of outgrown just staying at home, we try to make sure that they get some of the things that they need and continue to receive some of the services. So when I think about independent living, what does independent mean to an adult with a disability? That means that they want to be able to go out, go have relationships, they want jobs, they want to have social lives. And so we focus on helping them reach reach their goals. We offer employment assistance so that when you're looking for a job, sometimes they struggle. We struggle sometimes with going on to new jobs and filling out applications because technology is constantly advancing. So do I go in and fill out an application? Do I do it online? How do I do this? And so I help, and so does my staff. We help them learn how to search for jobs, fill out job applications, prepare them for interviewing, and even with the COVID, with it happening now, just a way for them to just find more information in their job searches. It gives them an opportunity to look at career choices. So I also work with developing social skills. And I didn't get, DJ gave me a cutoff for 3 o'clock, so I didn't get those pictures in. But we attend a lot of community events, again, pre-COVID. So I'm a participant with Best Buddies, if anybody's familiar with that. I also have worked in a BASS program at Houston Community College, which is a program for adults with disabilities. We go out to different functions. So I even took the residents at the facility, and I don't like to call it facility because it's a residential home, but the residents there, we even went out to vote, so they get to be a part of the community without their families being right there telling them everything to do, because they want that independence. So if you are seeking a place for your family member, your loved one, maybe even as a friend that you know that's looking for a place, well, tell them to consider ICE Care Group. Check our website at www.icecare.org. It has lots of information. If you need more information, then I would be more than happy, or whoever answers will be more than happy to give you more details. So I really I've been really excited to know that I was invited to the Hope show today. And I love what the acronym stands for. So thank you again for allowing me to be here and share some information.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I guess it's question time. Anybody have any questions?
I do. Ms. Doris, can you tell us a little bit what inspired you to start the ICE Care Group? I visited your website, and let me tell you, you are making a major difference in the community in the Houston area. So thank you so much for what you're doing. But what inspired you? Two-part question. What inspired you to start the ICE Care Group? And then the second part is, what keeps you going?
Okay, so two parts. The first part, my inspiration actually started, I was in education for 20 plus years, and I've always worked with persons who have disabilities. And I saw that there was a really, really high need for for a place like that, for a residential home where it doesn't take, where you're not going, the person's not going into a facility, but will be able to progress by being in a place that's very similar to their home. And so I know that some of the parents that I work with, they were struggling. Like, what do I do now? My child has finished school. He or she is an adult now. They want to get out on their own. I'm not quite ready. So that really inspired me to start looking at doing something that could help them in their ventures after they finish school. And the other part of your question, you asked, what did you ask? Repeat that.
What keeps you going?
Oh, what keeps me going? I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. And I've added on different things just so that, again, not just to offer a residential facility, a place to live, but also to provide some other things, again, like the employment segment of it, the social skills side, and just the continuous teaching.
I don't know if anybody else have questions. We'll get to their questions later, but I have just a couple more. What is what are a couple of myths that we need to dispel about the disabled community? Because oftentimes I found that people have it all wrong when it comes to the disabled community. I don't even like to use that word, but I know that that's the word that we use because they still have the ability to do and function.
Well, you just said it, that they are able. And that's the thing that we have to remember, that it's not, if we take that dis off, it's an ability. And we all have different types of abilities. And sometimes it's just the way that they do things or the way that a person does things. I don't do things your way. The way that you clean up, you may start in the kitchen and you finish that thing. If I start in the kitchen, I may take something upstairs and then I'm back doing something else. And so, with that being said, it's the same way with people who have disabilities. They just do it differently. So, those myths about, oh, they can't do it because they look different, they walk different, they act different, that is so untrue. And so, again, with ICE Care Group, we try to make sure that we are helping every person that walks through that door, that we're helping them in some way, form, or fashion to be productive citizens.
I didn't have any questions. I just want to say I think that it's very beautiful. Just a breakdown of the word ICE, except to the integrity and passion and equality with that particular, care group. Just making them feel like a person. And then, how some people, you'll go to a job, but they just do the job, but without that integrity, that passion in you to help that group of people, like that's on a whole nother level. And I see it in you. I can hear it in your words that you have a lot of passion and integrity when it comes to helping those people. So I admire it. It's great that what you're doing. If you have any locations where, I don't know how to find that type of group of people. How would I be able to help in any type of way?
Okay, so
locations.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you say locations, are you asking where we're located? Or are you saying where do you? Could you elaborate a little bit on that? When you say location.
So both where you are currently, and if you have like sister companies that kind of does the same thing, how I can help in my area.
Right. I am located at 11510 Rockford Drive in Houston, Texas. I do not have a sister location as of yet. However, I do, I collaborate with other people who are kind of in the same market, but we all do something different. And maybe because of my background in education, I probably do it a lot different than most people. So we definitely could use volunteers. Again, I know with the pandemic, it looks like it's coming to an end. So maybe we would be able to start doing some things and we could get together. And, you definitely, like I said, you're able to reach me. The phone number is on the website, or on the website, there's a form that you can fill out and just say, hey, it's me. I'm not going to forget you anyway, but you know, that if you wanted to volunteer just to see how we do things. Anybody else?
If someone wanted to make financial contributions to you, are you a 501c organization, or how can we support you financially?
No, it's actually a private organization. I'm sorry. So it's for profit. And I'm sorry, I got distracted because I keep getting a phone call. Somebody actually just right before the show started is why I got in late, because somebody had called me to see if I had room available. So I kind of got distracted there. But yes, we're not for we are for profit. And so again, if you were to go on the website, you could just make a donation if somebody wanted to.
That's awesome. I just love what you're doing. Um, um, Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come and talk about the ICE Care Group. I mean, it's just the integrity part, the compassion part, and the equality part. It's what the world needs more of. You know, I know it's catered to a specific genre of individuals, but honey, what you're doing, we all could use more integrity, more compassion, more equality. So just thank you so much for what you're doing. We appreciate, again, you for being here today. And don't know if you have any last bits of information you want to tell us to our audience that's watching. Her website is, you can see it posted there on the live. It's www.icecare.org. In the chats, I see Miss Nita. Miss Nita, thank you. Miss Nita made a comment. She said, I love being a scribe for the disability department at Lone Star College. They were such a pleasure to work with. I was highly requested from the students. And I'm saying that because when you listed your address, Ms. Nita, she posted the address there for us. So Ms. Nita, just thank you for how you service us as well. We appreciate you. Thank you for that. So Miss Doris, any last final thoughts?
Well, I don't have anything right now, but again, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. I have enjoyed listening to you guys. I know that DJ had talked about the show before, and so I'm definitely going to tune in from this point forward. Again, if there's any information, thank you guys for posting the website. The phone number is there, so just thank you again.
Not a problem. We definitely welcome you to the Hope Show. We thank you for coming on to the Hope Show and being a part of our hope on this great Saturday evening. Saturday evening. We definitely thank you for coming to the Hope Show. Any other thank yous, any other questions that we have other than that, you guys? Aisha, Eden, Hope Coach?
Just come back.
Yeah, come back and see us. Come back and see us. We love.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. And you come back anytime. You got a campaign or a project going on, let us know so we can help promote it and spread the word. Thank you for being hope in the community today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And keep in mind, if anybody else out there that has any piece of hope that you would like for us to know or for us to come on the show and also broadcast that, we would definitely like for you to get with us in the DMs, is what they say. We have all our platforms here for you guys to send us messages and let us know. So at this time, Ms. Doris, we give you the opportunity to stay on the show until the end. We know you're a busy woman. You have things that you have to do. So we give you the option to stay or go. But we shall continue on with the show as normal. And I believe at this time, we run right into
the huddle.
Some comments. That's what I wanted to do. So let's do some comments really quick, guys. And see who's here. So I have Margaret and A who's here. A lot of these people probably be my aunts, uncles, and cousins because that's just what's going on right now. But
Ain't nothing like family.
I know, right? Margaret and A. We have DeMarcus who's here. We have Gail who's here. They're actually commenting saying thank you for your stories, ladies. Gail stated. I see a lot of hand claps, and they also are commenting on the say what now, which is having all. Aunt Karen is here. Did I say her name already?
Hey, Karen. Aunt Karen.
She says she really enjoyed the show. Gail is clapping. Also, Margaret. She does. My cousin Margaret. She has touch of chick home fragrances. Maybe one day she'll come on the show and introduce us to that. So that's the comments we have there. Let's see. Of course, Miss Nita. We have Miss Gladys Scott here. We have Miss Cassandra Perry here, and we also have Miss Pam Mitchell here that I'm also showing here on our roster, just like right here in front of me.
Yes.
Everyone else, like, comment, and we'll know you're here so that we'll be able to give you a shout out.
Kenneth was here. I don't know if you said Kenneth. Kenneth was here.
And Kenneth.
I saw Kenneth. And I saw Sade, but she really asked me, hey, Ashley.
Yeah, she did. I did see them. I was going up. I got to go to three different chats to figure out where everybody is.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting there. So, Ashley said, hi, everyone. Of course, Miss Nita's here. Now, YouTube. I did see someone talk about YouTube. What's up, Kenneth Cheney? We do see you here, brother. Don't want to forget you. Now, YouTube. Someone asked about YouTube. YouTube. Go to YouTube is The Hope Coach, right? Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So YouTube has The Hope Coach. It also has our platform symbol up there, helping us prevail every day. You'll see that. Once you click on that, we would love for you guys to subscribe to it. That way you'll get notifications when we're going live if we're quote unquote a little behind time. But yeah, you get it. You get the drift.
Yeah. And Miss Perry left a comment. Miss Perry said that I would like to tell everyone Miss Doris is a very special lady who enjoys taking care of people. And I think we could all feel that. We can feel that just through her smile, just her, the demeanor. I've never met her personally, but I can feel it. So I'm so glad that you're here with us today because it's the little bit of hope that we needed today. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And thank you, Miss Perry, for sharing.
If y'all see comments that I cannot see, just go ahead and say them because they're everywhere today. And yeah, perfect. All right. So moving forward today, I think we have second chances. Is that what it is?
Yes. We have a segment entitled Second Chances today. And that was just a question that we have been talking about. Second chances or no. I think the millennials be saying or no or something. Do y'all still say that? The millennial let us know. So we want to have take a few moments today, talk about second chances and what does a second chance mean and look like. So we're just going to go around the room. I'll start with Eden. Eden, what does a second chance look and mean for you?
A second chance would be a mistake that a close one or someone maybe I just met have done in my presence against who I am and what I stand for. And then trying to, I guess.
Is it just me or is she breaking up?
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, go try it.
I talk slow. So a second chance would be a mistake that someone made and they're trying to fix it to me.
I truthfully believe that, and guys, I'm kind of muting and unmuting so that we can kill the echo. But a second chance. It's kind of funny that we're talking about second chances because it kind of goes into my next segment that we're going to talk about today. And second chances is okay. I mean, I didn't believe, but I do believe in second chances depending on what the scenario, the situation is. So it's kind of if with me, but I'm going to leave that to my next segment. See y'all in a minute on that. Aisha. Can you unmute Aisha? Okay, perfect. So, Coach.
Second chances, man. Am I muted or no?
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, everyone, we're on a new platform today, so we're still working through the kinks. So thank you for hanging in there with us while we work through that. Second chances, man, that to me is a thought-provoking question. Because what does a second chance really look like? What does it really mean? Because I don't know. That's just kind of like, because I know we're going to kind of feeds into DJ's next segment, and it kind of feeds into our last segment about the betrayal piece. You know, if you go listen to the full podcast, I inserted where Maya Angelou said, when a person show you who they are, believe them. So I think that a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chance, first of all, to me, that's what a second chance looks like. It can be your third, fourth, fifth, or sixth chance. And I also believe that, when a person show you who they are, you have to believe them. So to me, second, third, fourth, fifth chances look like making an informed decision regarding a relationship. And sometimes that informed decision may mean you're ending that relationship, or it may mean you're continuing that relationship. What I would say is that everybody is different. And I know how God keeps forgiving us over and over and over and over and over and over again. But then, there's also different scriptures where God tells us, we're not supposed to be the footstool of the enemy. He gives us so many different ways to tell us how we're supposed to treat people, from the fruits of the Spirit through just being kindness, and how Jesus treated people when he walked the earth. But I will tell you, when that song came out, I'm not Jesus, I throw these hands. That kind of, that song was kind of one of my songs. So I will say second chances is something that you have to deal with between you and God and whoever needs the chance. Because sometimes you need the chance. We won't give ourselves a second, third, fourth, or fifth chance. So when it comes to second chances, I always recommend that you go to God and ask him for discernment, understanding, guidance on how you should proceed in a relationship. I'm telling you, if you listen to that podcast, and I'm not saying it because I want you to listen, I'm saying it because it was my truth. And some people know the inside story to what I'm talking about. And I thought I was going to be able to go on that podcast and just kind of let loose when people do you wrong. I thought I was going to be able to say, you a thief, you this, you that. But when I went to God, he began to deal with me. And it gave me a deeper insight into the whole betrayal thing, which oftentimes is what needs to be a second, third, fourth, or fifth chance. So there's a part where what Maya Angelou said is true. And then there's that part where what God say is the unmerited truth. And then there's that part where you got to find where you fit in. So that's, for me, for me, had I not given my husband a second, third, fourth, fifth chance, I would not have enjoyed the past 3 years of my life the way that I have, that superseded any rough time we've ever had I not given him that second chance. So sometimes what you go through, the prize on the other side of that chance is greater than the pain it took to get to that chance. And I'm so grateful for my husband. Y'all, I cannot say it enough. I'm so grateful for my husband. I have the best husband. I don't need a Harry. I have a William Gerald Tate Sr. And can't nobody love me the way he loved me. Now, yesterday I wanted to get rid of it. But then today reality set in. And I'm like, girl, you better get it together. So I'm just saying. So that's my take on second chances. So, most importantly, give yourself that second, third, fourth, and fifth chance. Sometimes we get into bad relationships. So now we mad at every man or woman that come along. We measuring them by what happened in the past. So you're cheating yourself out what you could have because of what you went through. So you may need to take a chance on yourself. Maybe that business failed. Maybe the relationship didn't work. And I know DJ got a very important segment coming up about fathers. So I don't want to cut into his time. So I'm just going to encourage you to give yourself that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chance. Take a chance on you. Take the risk.
Perfect. Okay, everybody, we're back, of course, from the little break there. So it is time for DJ the Millie segment, How You See It. Today, How You See It is a little slightly personal, but not personal because I rarely have feelings most times. So let's just see how this works out here. So, How You See It with the Millie DJ, me, right? And the topic of the segment today is going to be father or fatherless, LESS, as an adult, right? I'm trying to figure out how to take this banner down. Yeah, work with me here. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Sorry. Here it goes. Father or fatherless as an adult. And the reason for the topic today, I was having a conversation and it came up and we were just kind of talking about it with one of my other cousins. So I am a young guy. That's what I'm going to say. 32. But anyway, and for most of my life, literally most of my life, since I was like 10 or 11, my father wasn't there for certain reasons, give or take. Rather not discuss why, but he wasn't there, okay? About 20 years later, he comes back into my life for maybe a half a year, and then he's gone again, basically. So when I say father or fatherless as an adult, I am an adult. And it says as an adult, but I'm going to take it back a little bit further. And I mean, comment as well, because, you guys should be doing it anyway. And give me your thoughts on the situation as such. So now when you don't have a father in your life, they say you turn out to be such a bad kid. And they give a reason that, because he didn't have a dad in his life or because his dad wasn't there for whatever reason that he wasn't there. And then you think about, as an adult, I have grown up to be somebody that somebody thought I wasn't going to be because my father wasn't in my life, right? And then things in your life turn twists that other people do not like are that, how can I put this correctly for you guys? So you do things in your life that people may not like, and they believe that, again, it's because you don't have a father in your life. So what I want to say today is, father or no father, the things that you choose to do in life is up to you. You can choose to be a bomb, or you can choose to be a growing, inspiring individual that is persistent on making changes that no one thought you would make. Put it that way. The stigma of not having a father in your life as a child and then as an adult is definitely incorrect, only if you allow it to be incorrect. If you allow the stigma to take over you and you become that stigma, then that's something that you as an adult allow to happen, right? So again, and my message is basically this, because I really don't want to go into details, but I do want to just say a few things. Is whether you have a father as a kid or whether you have a father as an adult, you are the one that chooses the options in your life to move forward from pain, maybe hurt, maybe things that you always wanted to say or do. You have that option to do what you feel is best for you to move forward in your life. So, and I'm going to use myself as an example. My dad's been around since I was 10 years old, right? And I think I'm doing pretty good for myself. I have my own company, my own house, well, my apartment, but you get my drift. I have things going on for myself that, I'm taking care of me. And that came with the help of my mom, my grandmother, and the rest of my family. So I really believe, and this is what I'm going to stick to, and this is my story, and I'm sticking to it. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, but you still have the mindset of doing things unseen to other people that you probably didn't even imagine that you'll be able to do. So father or no father, you can be superior. Now, I'm going to open the floor for comments so I can elaborate more, but,
Are we muted or unmuted?
I see Kenneth say, right. That's my boy, Kenneth Chaney.
Yeah, you say you're doing an awesome job. Hey, nephew, I don't know if you saw when I said that because I didn't get no response back. But we'll talk about that later. I ain't even got a text or anything. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking about that.
Can you come on? We're talking about father or fatherless.
Fatherless, yes. I think that you articulated that so well. One time, me and Brian Courtney Wilson was going at it. We had Twitter beef. If you know anything about Twitter, sometimes you can get into a Twitter fight with somebody, because he was saying that women could not raise men. That the reason why so many of the young in our communities were going through things is because there were no men in their lives. And I told him I dispelled that because my son went to college, got his 4-year college degree, is successful, is thriving and living, and he too is what society would have called fatherless. But he was fathered because of God, because of my daddy, because of my brothers, because I had the recourse, and the knowledge. I put him in the Big Brother, Big Sister program so he could get a big brother. Because sometimes as single moms, when men come in our lives, excuse me, they get attached to our children. And then that relationship don't work out, and then the kid be like scratching their head. So when Joe was younger, I realized, I said, you know what? I don't want his only external manship, mentorship to be from somebody that's connected to me. And that joker may not last, because if you're a joker, you got to go. You have to go in my book. You couldn't stay around. First of all, it took a whole long for you to come around my children. Now you got to go. So I enrolled him in the Big Brother, Big Sister program. And that what too was a fundamental and foundational in his becoming who the man that he is today. So, to me, that stigma that you don't have, there wasn't a man at the house. And don't get me wrong, yes, the role of the father is important. It is vital. DJ, invite Kenneth. He said he should have been.
I was just about to say, are you ready?
Yeah. Bring him on. Bring him on.
Send me your email. Send me your email real quick, and then I'm gonna send you an invite since you're ready.
And so while we wait for him to get on, or you can do it in Messenger. You guys screen. You can maybe like send it to Messenger, his Messenger. So
hold on. I'm about to do it right now. Hold on.
Okay, so those are some of the things that I did for my son. Because truth is, some mothers and fathers are not the right influence that children need. So, but as we're talking about fathers today, my son was fathered because of the role God played in his life, and we know that God can be everything that we need him to be. So and I wasn't one of those type of moms who badmouth my ex-husband to my children. No. I remember one time, because of my ex-husband Joe came through the house and he was a teenager. And he mumbled, he said, "I hate her." And I was like, "You hate who, Joe?" He's like, "My daddy." "Oh no, come have a seat. Come here. We're going to talk about this. What's going on that you hate your dad?" I said, because it's important that we deal with this so you can heal. Because in order for you to become the best father you need to be when you become one, you're going to have dealt with this hatred. Because I'm just using his word. And we sat down and we talked about it, and he was disappointed in his dad. But because I encouraged him to still love his dad through that disappointment, I think that it helped Joe become the father that he is to his children today.
That actually brings up a very good point, because that actually brings up a very good point, because when we talk about having a father around and being upset with your father for particular reasons, whatever that is, and I think that it's kind of rhetorical to say you shouldn't be, because somebody else doesn't have a father around that, that's even around, right? So let's just say this. So again, the same situation. He was mad at his dad. He didn't want to talk to him because of whatever the situation was that was happening or going on. And then, he's ready to, be disrespectful, or, he's upset. Not saying, Joe in particular, it's just a situation, right? And hey, what's up, Glam? Sprinkle Glam is here, y'all.
Hey, Sprinkle!
And so when we think about father or fatherless, since this is the topic, you have a father that cares about you. You have a father that's there for you as much as they can be possible. And then you look on the verse side of someone that's fatherless, that father is not around, that doesn't speak to them or even talk to them or have a conversation with them. How do you feel once you're on the other side? Like, let's just say if you were on the other side without the father and that person was, I think it's crazy, because some people that have things in their life that they don't want, and people that don't have things in life that they do want, they don't even treat them right. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're so funny to say that.
Though.
And that's where I think that the person you are around can help be transformative in those type of situations. Because in my family, there is Joe, and then he has a first cousin whose dad was not there, but who is there. But my nephew is so angry with his dad that he can't appreciate what he do have. And so one day Joe and I were talking about it, and he says, "Mom, you were the difference in that." He said it was because of the things that you instilled in me that I have the understanding that I have.
Right.
Regarding, yes, my dad wasn't there when I was growing up, but in all honesty, today, my son and his dad, they're probably even closer than he and I is, and that's just the truth of it. And I'm okay with that because I had Joe, for the first, 20 something odd years of his life, so I don't mind him having that role with his father. So I think that important that whoever that mom is, I think it's detrimental to the father or fatherless point of view.
Right. Because I see in the comments, I see DeMarcus stated that, hold on, I can't see it. He says, I agree, DJ. The goal is to be better. And then it says a woman most definitely can raise a man.
Mm-hmm.
So
look who's in the house over there. Is that who that ain't who I think it is it? That ain't who I think it is. What's that meme going around? He'd be like, that ain't who I think it is it? That ain't who I think it is.
What's up, God? Welcome to the whole show. We're gonna have
to y'all doing?
Welcome you on the whole show. You always in the comments. What you gotta say, Ken? What you gotta say? Let us know.
Hey, Eden, what's going on, Miss Eden? I gotta give a shout out to Miss Eden. She was the only one that had my back when I first got on her talking about this Monica and Brandy thing. So gotta give a shout out to Miss Eden.
Mute him. Go ahead and mute him.
But, do him. Real quickly, shout out to DJ. I respect everything that you said. What got me and kind of had me just jumping in my little seat over here as I'm sitting in the office is the fact that you decided to go further. You didn't let your past and the things that did not work out well stop you or use that as a crutch. Because as me working in the correctional side of law enforcement, especially now in the juvenile sector, one of the main questions that I ask, if you feel like if you had a father, would you be locked up? And unanimously, everybody's hands raise. Now, Auntie Tay, I understand what you said about your son, but I think we're specifically talking about mothers who didn't have any type of male help. I think that's very, very difficult because there's things that we're not going to tell mama because that's mama. We don't feel comfortable with telling mama. But when we pull daddy to the side.
Right. That's why I got him in the Big Brother program because honestly, since you went there, I'm going to go there. I told him, and I please, I don't finish. I am, but I want him to have this insight though. Because I didn't say this part because I get what he's saying. But regardless, it was still things that my son didn't want to tell my daddy. He didn't want to tell my brothers. And then they had their own families as well. When my son began to, I think y'all call it puberty, when he began to transition and things began to happen with him, I said, look, I can't tell you I know what you feel like because I'm not a man. But what I'm going to do is bring a man in who can give you that perspective. So I'm just saying, this almost kind of feel like when I had to, go off to, with Brian Courtney Wilson, most of y'all know, he's a famous gospel singer, but I had to let him know that women, because it wasn't just me, it was God. It was me going to God. I'm going to be quiet. Go ahead, Kenneth. Tell me what you got.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's do this and I'm done. I'm going to flip it on the father side as far as having a father. I did have a father. Had a father from start to finish. Everything that I endured in life, he was there. And because of the separation of him and my mother, watch this though. This is where the bad part come in at. I was very unemotional. Everything was hard. I wasn't moved by tears. I didn't have a lot of what's the word, ladies? Aisha, Eden, I don't know.
compassion.
Mushy. I wasn't the mushy type.
Mushy type. Okay.
I was, I felt like, I felt like, let me make sure I put that out there. If I paid everything and took care of the household and took care of the bills, that's what a man was supposed to do. I felt like whoopings was the answer to everything, and there's no need for a woman to cry if I'm taking care of everything. So what you stressed out for? Because I wasn't taught that other half. That emotional half that a mother, that nourishing side that a mother can bring, and I think that was a bad thing, being kind of one-sided. I think that was a lot of things that I had some issues with until I got older and obviously became who I am today, because I was only raised aggressively. It was everything that was taught to me was by a man. I didn't have mama's side. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Y'all can't hear me? I can't hear nobody.
Everybody talking, but I muted everybody. That's why.
Oh.
I got my in my family, I got my emotional side from my daddy. My mom was the one. My dad, I know, that's what I'm saying. My dad had a mother's love about him. So I get what you're saying. And I'll tell anybody, because my dad had a mother's love about him. He was the one who would cry. He was the one who was emotional. He was the one who had empathy, who had compassion. And whereas my mom would be like, Willie, let them children go. God got them. Because when my brothers, they got older, how some of y'all older children, when y'all become rebellious. That was never me. But them other ones, and my daddy would be, concerned. He would be emotional. And my mom would be like, Willie, God got it. God got it. So I get what you're saying, but but for me, I guess because of how I was brought up, it's not male or female. It's about the person. Because it's a lot of women who are just as hard as some men are. So I don't know. That's my take. I'm going to be quiet. Because I see the remove button up. He about to remove me, Kenneth. I see it say remove. Let me be quiet.
No, we understand. And most times girls are daddy babies, so that's kind of normal. But
no, I'm a mama's baby. Don't put that, because I'm a mama's baby too now.
I'm saying most girls, most dads just like stick to the girls and the girls stick to their dad in most cases. Because in the beginning, my little sister, she was goddess of all goddesses. She was princess of the house. Like, you couldn't tell her nothing. You know what I mean? So it happens. But, more or less, moral of the story is today, I want everybody to understand that father or no father, you have the option, you have the availability to do things higher and higher that you would intend or like to do. So once you put your mind to it, continue on and get it done, because there is nothing stopping you but you. The sky is the limit, right? Is that how they go?
Mm-hmm. And not even then. Kenneth, what made you change? How did you change? There may be somebody out there who have the same scenario that you have. And I know I'm not a man. Thank you, you and DJ, for letting me know that today. So from that male's perspective, maybe there's somebody out there who either has a son that they're raising, or a man who has already, became who he's going to become, who may be missing some component of that DJ shared and that you shared. How did you become empathy? Because I know you. I know how you are about your wife. So what changed? How can I find that?
I feel like I got desperate for a change. My actions and how I felt was not getting me very far. It was having some negative feedback, and a lot of that had to do with, because I've been in corrections. I've been inside the prison system for the last 18 years. So when you're standing up next to murderers and killers and people who really have done bad things, that already male raising plus what I'm doing for a career, it's almost like I'm a rock. So, okay, if you want to get married and you want to try to have a family and you want to try to be accepted, well-rounded, you're going to have to change some things, because I was the one who thought that whoopings was the answer to everything. But as I got older, I understand that that is no longer the truth. You know, you want to raise your child, whoop them, because I felt like that's what works for me. But we're dealing with a different generation with mental health and depression and a lot of things that people don't think that young people go through. So you have to put yourself in a better position. And then obviously, you know, from what we're talking, running with the church now, taking over my father's legacy, et cetera, et cetera. I can't be this hard guy no more, because I can't kick folks out to church because they ain't singing or they not showing up or whatever like that. Hey, you got to go. No, I can't be that. I got to be compassionate. The Bible says, through love and kindness have I drawn thee. So I think I just got desperate for a change. And my wife, I would have to say, most definitely her family helped with that, because they're emotional. They do a lot of crying. They can be watching Married to Medicine, all this little stuff, and and I'm like, what is you crying for? And I had to learn it, because DJ, I don't think a lot of people like when I say this, so I'm gonna say this directly to you. This is what I told my wife. I said, if I make you mad, please don't tell me, oh, I'm mad at you. I'm teed off at you, because that's not going to register with me. But if you tell me I hurt your feelings, that registers differently with me. Because if you're mad, that can be simply because I'm not agreeing to whatever it is that the conversation is about.
Right.
But if I hurt your feelings, then as your king and as your covering, then I have to step outside of my pride and my flesh for a moment, and I have to cater to you to make sure that you're good, because I have to understand what I won't do, another man will. So I have to make sure that I keep my priorities intact. I don't care about you being mad, because that might be something, just a disagreement. But if I did something to hurt your feelings, then that's something that registers a little bit different with me.
That's interesting, yeah.
I love that, because when I know you were talking to DJ, but with my husband, I say to him, and this is what gets him, I said, you were mean to me. And he'll stop in his tracks and he'll say, what did I do that was mean? You know, so that's our key word, you know, because he may not think he's being mean, but this is how I feel. So I'm telling you, you were mean to me. And he loves me enough to say, yeah, I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, how was I mean to the baby? I mean, I'm glad you asked. And then I'm able to articulate and tell him. Then he's able to come back and say, well, this is what my intention were. What we didn't say was the C word regarding men, and that's communication. And I know for me, and everybody will say what they want to say about him, but Bishop Jakes wrote a book, How to Love a Man from Their Side. And I purchased that book so I could know how to love my son. I didn't even have a man when I brought that book. I had a man, a boy who was becoming a man. And that book was very transformative in how I mothered my son. So I'm so glad, Dr. Pastor Correctional Officer Sergeant Kenneth, that you came on the show. We've been trying to get him on the show for a long time.
Yeah,
for a long time. Because what you said,
today was his day. We got a new platform. We can have him easy now.
I know we needed that. So I love what you said when, you know, if you tell me you hurt your feelings, you know, that's a trigger for you. DJ, what's a trigger for you? How did you get to be the successful entrepreneur that you are at such a young age, being fatherless?
I guess it's the thing of wanting to do better than. I'm a junior, right? I'm a junior. So it's like I'm supposed to follow the legacy of my father, right? really how I would normally go as a junior, right? But then when you think about what he has went through and being incarcerated and those type of things, you're like, that's not the legacy I want to follow. So let me make my own. Let me build a legacy within myself that one day my kids or one day, you know what I'm saying, I could share that with them and say, hey, look, this is where we come from. This is where I broke that mold. And this is where you're going to hopefully succeed to go. So, and when I say broke that mold, it's because that I've had an uncle that's been incarcerated as well. So it's kind of like, I just feel like I need to be better than that. I always wanted to be better than that. I never could see myself like going down the wrong path or going the wrong way. I always wanted to be better than that. So when I think about the things that they've done and what they've been through, I go and I think about the things that I want to do and what I want to succeed and move forward in life with. So that's kind of where I was at. I didn't want to go that path. I wanted to do my own thing. I want to be my own person. I want to go my own path that I plan for myself moving forward. Between me and God, we rocking it right now.
I love that. So if you're out there and if you are a young man, an old man, and perhaps you fall in the categories that we talked about today, as you can tell, the success stories, there is a way out. You don't have to remain the way that you are. You know, you can be a Kenneth Chaney II or a Derek Robinson Jr. Or, you know, my son ended up being Joseph Clifford Citizen III. So, you know, you can be all that God created you to be, because God can be the father that you need him to be. DJ, how you see it? This was good today, boy.
You know, I try.
Wait a minute, Eden, what you just been quiet down there?
Yes.
I mean, I agree with everything, so didn't need to input too much.
Okay. Okay.
Because Eden is raising the son.
She is.
So you have any questions or anything?
I know. Yeah.
You're raising a son.
I'm raising a son, and I grew up with my stepdad, and in my adult life, I don't have a father, but I do have uncles that I talk to, and you know, those are my father figures, and I think I do pretty well with my son. I mean, I pretty much match his energy. If he want to box, I'm boxing. If he want to play basketball, I'm playing basketball. If he punching, I'm punching. So, but I will take the coach's recommendation with the Brothers Club. I think that would be good for him too. I didn't think.
Yes, that's why I wanted to put that out there. It's called the Big Brother and Big Sisters. And so, you know, and if you are out there and you have a desire to help young men, the Big Brother Big Sister organization, I know, is a good organization that's always looking for men from our community. And I don't know, Kenneth Nephew, you may know some other places that may have a need for men of our communities, because we got to do a better job of showing them. We have stories and victories to tell, and somebody needs to hear them.
Can I upset the devil just for 60 seconds before I let you guys go?
Please do.
Let me be a little transparent, and this is all positive. I promise you it's not nothing crazy. But the Hope Show, let me tell y'all something. This is for everybody that's on here, including Miss Ish. This goes to Auntie Tay, Mr. DJ, Miss Eden, and Miss Ish. You have to understand something. The higher the level, the higher the devil. And folks is not going to understand why y'all went from here and to here. So when people take the time out to click on the show and to type in some stuff and to make sure that you're on there, you know, they're going out their way to try to throw you off on what God is creating. But I'm hereby to tell you and everybody that's going to watch this replay, helping others prevail every day will continue to happen no matter what you say. And I'm hereby telling you that the next time that you get on the show and you start to say negative things, it's going to be more positive people in the views that's going to watch how silly and you letting the devil use you. Let me close this door because now he's talking. The dog is barking. Letting the devil use you, and you're going to get exposed for the silliness and the foolishness that you have been doing. Proverbs 26 says we don't entertain that foolishness, and we're not going to do it on the whole show. You did what you did, and you said what you said. But let me tell you something to the person, and we're being direct today. The whole show will continue to prevail, because if I have to start walking up and down the streets and telling folks about the whole show and making sure that I'm sharing even more and making sure that people get on this show, then it's going to continue to just grow up. So you keep on watching, devil. You keep on watching, enemy, and watch this thing just blow up in your face in a positive level. To the particular member that you attack, I guarantee you, you're going to see, because the Bible says that I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemy. So therefore, the people that set up against everybody on this whole show, you might as well go ahead and get your popcorn ready, because every single person on here that you're trying to be negative with is about to blow up in Jesus' name. And we say that and we mean that. And I'm going to tell you this from the outside looking in. What you tried it, devil. You tried it. You tried it. But we're going to keep on going. This show will prevail. Y'all are going to exceed more now than ever before. Y'all should have honestly and truthfully, I know it was uncomfortable, but y'all honestly and truthfully should have said, "Woo, we in the big leagues now, boy. We get some people talking noise now and everything. We really is turned up." Y'all keep doing what you're doing, because people are watching. And this is the time that we have to honestly and truthfully make sure that we stay in character, because the first time we slip up, we might lose somebody. Because this is the time to where people are going to sit back and see, okay, now the whole show getting attacked. Are they finna jump bad, or are they going to keep on hoping, helping others prevail every day by ignoring? Proverbs 26 so don't entertain that foolishness, or you just as foolish as the person who started. We're bigger than that, we're better than that, and we're standing on higher than that. So I tell you right now, to the enemy that is watching this show, I want you to watch it, because I'm telling you right now, the whole show and God, we coming for you, and we're going to keep on doing their thing. They will prevail every single time they get on this show. Okay, and I'm out.
All right, I appreciate that.
Before you go out, we're so glad Kenneth, he beat COVID, and then he had some other medical issues, all for a time such as this. Because here he is today with a word, a well-needed word. So we thank you for that. We love you here. You know, our honorary host of the Hope Show. That's what we call him. We thank you. And we thank God for you. Yes, and what you said is so true. Yes.
Y'all be good.
All right, guys.
You better text me this week.
Huh?
I'm talking to Kenneth.
Okay, so it's time for our shout outs, guys. As we normally do at the end of the show, we definitely give our shout out to for today. So today I'm going to go first. I want to give a shout out to the Hope team and the Hope panel. Aisha, she's listening. She's still here, so give a shout out to her as well. I do want to give a shout out to our guest today. Everybody that tuned in to the Hope Show, whether it was your first time or many times afterwards. We definitely appreciate you. We give you a round of applause for showing up, giving us comments, leaving us comments. Now, we do want you to share the podcast today as well. So we did get some comments today. Perfect. We got some likes, we got some hearts, but we want you to share the podcast. Also, remember, I know it's my shout out time, y'all, but I'm just trying to get it all out the way. Also, remember, we are live now on YouTube and Facebook. So there's many platforms on Facebook. We'll put it up a little later. You can go ahead and look at it and see on the whole page. We'll put them all up for you guys to see if anybody goes to the whole show gets you in the game on Facebook. Also, our YouTube channel is The Hope Show, and you should see Helping Others Prevail every day, and then you'll know that's us. So please subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share, and you'll be doing us great. Whatever I'm trying to say. Y'all good. That's it. You know, I start talking and he trying to go. But anyway, I give you guys a shout out. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. We have to do our shout outs because Hope Coach is in trouble today, guys. Unfortunately. Yeah. Anybody else with shout out? Eden, Coach? What's up?
God, the whole panel and the audience.
Yes. All right. Well, I want to give my shout outs. I started out shouting out God. He's still God. He's still head. He's still in control. My husband, Mr. Tate, shout out to him. And of course, to DJ. And of course, I want to give a shout out. Today, I want to give a shout out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Because that's where you can see the Hope Show live now. On YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. To all of our first-time viewers, one of my most sweetest little cousins, she's watching via YouTube. I love you, Turtle. She'll know what that means. I love you and thank you for watching. To Sprinkler Lamb, Miss Nita, Kenneth, Miss Doris, thank you so much for what you're doing for the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please come back. To everybody that came to support Miss Doris, thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. To Sade, to everybody who tuned in today, thank you, thank you. As DJ said, we want to like, share, and subscribe. And then I just saw I got my other cousin in Shreveport. Hey, Lisa. Well, you know when we grow up, we go by our real names. You know, y'all know I have a nickname. Everybody still call me Duty. But hey, Lisa, Felicia, hey, all the way from Shreveport, Louisiana. See what happens when you can go to YouTube and places like that. Listen, you can catch the Hope Show every Saturday. We are here, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Most of you know I'm on the West Coast, so it's just now coaching 5:30 my time here. But we love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you so much. I am your Hope Coach, and HOPE is an acronym for Helping Others Prevail every day. We love you, we love you, we love you. We'll see you next week. Absolutely.
Like Karen said,
and listen, remember, all days are good, some are just better. As we remember my sweet, all days are good, some are just better. We love y'all. Have a hope-filled week. Have a hope-filled week.
Bye-bye. See you next week, 5:30 p.m. Same time, same station.
Oh, so